Hey guys, people find my car scary to be on or to be in with me driving on the highway. And that would be because the thing is with my car, around the city it's amazing. It's so nice to drive, so easy to drive. Oh god, it's amazing. Thing runs well, idles well, despite it being 15 years old. Although that isn't that old for a car, it is getting to it is the age where cars start to get a little bit and things start to get a little bit worn out. But yeah, nothing's really worn out on the car to be honest. But I mean, the thing is, it's a, but yeah, amazing around town, very easy to drive, very easy to park. It's just oh yeah, and very easy to find the parameters of the vehicle, whatever it's called. Where, where every part of the car is. It's very easy to see where each part of the car is. Although when you're on the highway, going let's say 100 k's an hour, not only is it revving at 2900 RPM, without choice, that's in the highest gear, just going at 100 k's an hour. It's also very noisy. Sometimes I'm in the car with my mum, just driving to work, since pretty much the entire highway there is a highway, and just with a 100k an hour speed limit, and it is noisy. It's really noisy. Although, yeah, and it's not even just that. It's not just the noise and the. Yeah, it's not even just the noise and the engine revving high. It's just the way it shakes at 100 kilometers an hour. I could be driving down the highway just fine. But if it's a windy day, then the car will start shaking across the road. I've had 2 encounters now where I've almost ran into an oncoming car. And my god, it's scary. I'm like, oh god, that was so close, because, it felt like I was so close. Just going around corners. Yeah, just going around corners at 100 k's an hour. When starts to push it to the other side of the road, since where I live, the highways don't have any barriers or anything. It's just a regular road with a high speed limit. But I mean, you don't have to worry about things like zebra crossings, traffic lights, or even tolls, because I live out of the country. Since I moved from the city to the country, spent 16 years in the city. Anyway, I might make a future video on that. I guess we'll see though. But oh god, am I tired. It's 11:33 p.m. and I have work tomorrow. Oh god. I am very responsible. Anyway, yeah, I do that, and it's driving down the highway. Almost hit a car twice. And what else was there? Oh god. Not even just. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure it was more than 2. But the only times when I say 2 because that's going around corners and stuff, and yeah. Although I do steer a little bit too much, but I'm easily able to correct it. It's completely fine. It's safe. Oh, safe. Anyway, but yeah, no one really notices it, but yeah, oh god. But yeah, I feel like it would just be because, since it's such a light, somewhat tall, small car, weighs less than a ton, and it's very boxy on the sides. Then again, most cars are, but yeah, let's say if you have something like a Holden Commodore or something, I don't think that's gonna shake very much on the highway, but in a car like mine, a 2008 Suzuki Swift, it likes to shake, but not the worst actually. I remember one time I drove a Suzuki Baleno. I know it was, but yeah, I think that was a bit worse, since it's almost a Suzuki thing. Although I'm not too sure. It's weird. But yeah, whenever I get into whenever I get into a Suzuki, it always shakes along the road. It always does at high speed. I mean, then again, they're small, light cars. They're only meant for like city driving and stuff. But yeah, like I mean, some people find it scary. For me, it's very mixed. Like I mean, sometimes, usually I don't care. Sometimes I find it scary. One time I even find it annoying. It depends on my mood. You know, it depends on the mood I'm in at the time. But just because I know how that I can control it, makes it a lot less scary for me. Although, I don't know how it would be at speeds like 130 kilometers an hour, since Australia has roads like that in here around the Northern Territory. Although we don't live in that state, I believe you have things like Stewart Highway in the Northern Territory, which has a speed limit of 130 k's an hour. And I'm pretty sure at one point, unless they've changed it, I'm not too sure about it though. But yeah, one point of it it changes to no speed limit. And then I remember seeing this one guy film a video where he takes this Holden Commodore or something and then he just top speed tests it, and I'm like, yeah, I feel like it would be pretty fun to be in the passenger seat of that car, adrenaline through the roof. Maybe a little bit scary as well, depending on who you are though, but I don't really get scared by fast driving. I mean, yeah, like, I mean, oh god, yeah. And I tried making a post to, like, actually show what my car looks like, but yeah, nah, haven't been able to just yet. I might be able to in the future, since I haven't figured out how to post photos onto YouTube just yet, but who knows, if future time will tell. I might be able to at some point. Yeah, like, I mean, but I'd say if you live in the country, then I'd say, like, you're getting your first car, since the thing is with petrol and diesel cars, they use less fuel on highways and stuff compared to city driving. Even though it's going to be, your car's going to be revving higher, and yeah, you're just going to be driving faster. But the reason why it doesn't use so much fuel is because you don't have to worry about stopping and starting, or yeah, since the engine doesn't have to work as hard, since apparently engines find it easier to stay at a consistent speed for a while compared to stop, start. I mean, you know, I feel like it kind of makes sense. Like, I mean, you can feel it as you're driving. You can feel it. Like, I mean, but yeah, some cars I'd recommend but yeah, the type of car I'd recommend if you live out in the country, I'd say, what are some examples? If you're not too worried about fuel, I'd say maybe a Ford Falcon, or actually basically any car that that weighs over 1,000 kilos, and, you know, obviously take it for a test drive and take it up to 100 k's an hour where it's legal, obviously, but yeah. If it's legal, take it up to 100 k's an hour and just see how it does it at that sort of speed, and see how it idles, see how it, yeah, test it. I'd say test it pretty much anything you need, although I'm not the best person for that. But if you can get a pre-purchase inspection, I didn't get one with my car. I should have, but I got lucky. I mean, I'm lucky that I got a car that's as reliable as it is, and low Ks as well. Like, I mean, only I think it's at about 154,000 Ks, despite it being 15 years old. So that's about 10,000 Ks a year, I'd say, on average, and that's really not much for a car. Like, I mean, some people would average like 20,000 Ks in a year or something, or maybe 15,000 Ks. But yeah, some do average about 10,000 Ks, you know. Like, I mean, it really depends on where you're living and, like, where you work, how far you live from work, what you're doing with your car, and maybe even how many people are driving your car. Like, I mean, how many people use it, I'd say. But yeah, if you live in the city, then it should be fine with a car like mine, or some you know, some small car. Although people might not find it that appealing, I'd say go for, I don't know, maybe like a hatchback or something. Or maybe, what else could you go with? I'd say maybe a crossover if you're into that type of car, or yeah, maybe even a small sedan. But I'd say I personally, I feel like I'd prefer to stick with hatchbacks, or at least for now, since yeah. But yeah, although my car is scary to drive on the highway, I do love the car. Like, I mean, I want to keep the car as long as it runs. I never want to sell it. Like, I mean, it's an amazing car. I love the way it looks. I love the way it drives. I love the way it runs. Just I love how everything about it is cheap, which is helpful because I don't earn the most money. I mean, for someone my age, you know, it's a good amount of money, but for someone, let's say, in their 30s or something, it won't pay them enough. But yeah, you know, but yeah, if you're living in the city, I'd say something like a Toyota Yaris or a Toyota Corolla, Honda Jazz, Honda Civic, Suzuki Swift, Mazda 2, Mazda 3, maybe even a Suzuki Alto, if you're okay with only having 3 cylinders. Although I'm not sure I'd recommend a European car, although I haven't had much experience with those. Personally, I have a preference for Japanese cars, just because, you know, better reputation, apparently better reliability. But yeah, you know, at the end of the day, it's your money, your choice. As long as it's legal, as long as you can afford it, not hurting anyone, not breaking any laws, do whatever you want. Doesn't bother me. But with that, yeah, I'm not sure if I have anything else to say. Alright, bye now.